starting to feel like my younger self from when I was a child, uh, actually. And one thing I did over the past few months is obviously, well, I already shaved my beard, but I cut my hair, and then I was trying to make myself look a bit like how I used to. And if you look at my first videos, you'll see like that kind of look I had. But one thing I realized is like a lot of things I wanted to do a few years ago when I was younger, or like childhood ambitions, like I can still do them. I can still have plenty of time. But the fact that I have plenty of time doesn't mean I should waste the time or take it for granted. But the fact that I have time should make me want to just pursue those things right now. That's one reason why I'm making videos again, because I could just actually pursue what I wanted like properly, and I can do it right now. I can do it. I can do it any time for the most part, but doing it now is always better. And in the future, if I have something built up for myself, I can look back at what I already made and not have to worry too much and think, oh yeah, I have this thing. But I'm thinking of getting into streaming again and doing Twitch or Kick streaming. I want to stream the new James Bond game, First Light, that's coming out in a couple months. So if anyone's interested, let me know, because I'm a huge James Bond fan, and that seems like a good one to start off with. But yeah, I'm honestly just trying to do anything I can to just like make it in this life, because literally all I'm doing is just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. Like literally just throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks in my life, and this is one of them. But yeah, um, the years go by, and the thing is, I'm starting to like not even care a little bit about how that affects me. So what I mean is that one thing that's happened since the 2020s is that time has felt like a lot faster. Time has felt like it's been going past a lot quicker, really quickly. I've spoken about this before, and I'm starting to kind of not care and just think, you know what? Even if I like go to bed tomorrow and wake up 30, like, and that's how it feels. Like that's how quick time feels. I don't give a fuck, because I just don't care anymore, and I just let the chips fall where they may. I let the chips fall where they may. It's a term that Jet Frazen, the YouTuber, he uses quite often, and that's how I feel. Like there comes to a point where like you try to control things so much that just you trying to control the outcome of everything burns you out. It burns you out, and it makes you tired from trying to control everything, because you have to use your brain to think about everything that's happening in your life and think, oh, this, that, the other, this. And you have to constantly keep thinking about it, and then that just makes you more tired. So it gets to a point when there's so many things that like play a role, so many variables. It makes you want to just like stop. It makes you want to stop altogether. But obviously, I don't want to just stop. Everything that I'm doing. I'm just saying I'm gonna make my life so much easier by making everything easier. By simplifying everything, even if everything is really imperfect, even if things are outright like bad. Do you know what I mean? Even if the things not bad as in morally bad, as in even if the things I do are not like of the highest quality or even quality at all, I'm just gonna do them, hoping that eventually these things will figure themselves out, because sometimes they do. And more likely than not, what happens is that you might not like things might not work themselves out, but eventually you'll see the problem with your scenario across the time period, across the time in which you're trying to do something. If you're doing something incorrectly for years, eventually you'll see the pattern of why that is, and it's just about, oh yeah, that's the reason why this is happening. That's why nothing's really going well for me. When it came to like lifting weights and going to the gym, I wasn't making any gains or like growing any muscles, because I was just underweight and like never eating enough. Not because I was underfed, but I just was eating enough to bulk up, because I would need to bulk to build muscle in the gym. Like, and that's something that happened for like a long time, and I kind of thought like, oh, eventually it would just, I don't know, fix itself. Like eventually something will happen. But yeah, you have to just see the problems that have been going on for like a long time period and think, how would I fix it? But yeah, I really don't care too much about time anymore. Like I don't care about like, oh, if um if a few years go by, or if like the next decades of my life go by and it feels like I'm already fucking 40 like within 5 years or 50 or something like that, and it just time goes past really quickly. I just don't care. Like let it happen. Let whatever happen need to happen. Because it will go the way it needs to, in my opinion. Like the way things need to unravel will happen the way they need to. You know what I mean? But the whole let the chips fall where they may thing is like, I really feel that now, because the thing is like I have actually tried pretty hard. Like I would say I have tried relatively hard in my life, and I would say I have had a harder time just doing things in general, than most people, the average person. Like just doing basic everyday things that other people find simple or easy, or they have a higher expectation. And like I say, like doing these little things that like everyone else does doesn't really make you special. That's the thing. So like if you like work a job, for instance, like anyone can work a job. It doesn't make you a celebrity, it doesn't make you that cool or anything. It just means you have money in your pocket so you can do things. Same thing with like university, same thing with like college and all this shit. The thing itself doesn't really make you special. So if you want something more from your life, you need to be something more yourself. Do you know what I mean? You need either more money, more status, or just be like really good looking. But like I talk about with LNS. But I would say money is like for me right now it's the main thing. So I can just do what I want, because the way I see other people do things, it's like when they want to do something, they can just do it. Or like when they want a certain thing, they don't have to like settle at all for like, oh, like I don't know, they don't have to buy like a used car, they don't have to buy a car that they don't care about, they just get what they want. Like they don't have to settle for like a less prestigious restaurant to go for dinner. They don't have to like, oh, be realistic and like be like a fucking normie, because this is like normie shit to do. I feel like being like not being broke, but like working a job like and all this shit, and like having like a low amount of money is like, this is like normie shit. This is normie shit to do. Or want to go for a pint after work, want to go hit the pub, or want to go watch the rugby. Like this is like normie shit. Like I feel like I should be better than these people, honestly. And they sound narcissistic to the normies, because they actually think that like they are something. That's why it sounds narcissistic when I say these things. But realistically, chosen ones know what I'm talking about, honestly. Chosen ones know what I'm on about. We do deserve better, and I am trying to go after it. Don't think that I'm not. I feel like I've changed topics of this video like 3 times in one go, but yeah. Yeah, the thing is that what I've often said with my other friends as well is that these people, they've actually not had a really hard life at all. They've not really had like that bad of a life. That's why it's so easy for them to sell, because in the moment, like things feel stable, things feel alright. They feel like oh yeah, they can like put up with the life the way it is. And another thing is the fear of death. Is like people value life so much, and they're so afraid of death. Like I don't mean like literally just going and dying like on the spot, but I mean like they're so afraid of perishing that to them just preserving their life, even if it's a shit life, is like more important. But part of me is like thinking, oh, I'd rather almost not exist than just be a normie, or just be like everyone else, because it's so not me. Like yeah, it's just so not me. I'm trying to think of, there's this quote that I had in my head that I was trying to think of, but I can't think of it right now. But yeah, I might end the video there actually. But yeah, the fact that so much time has passed just makes me not care. Like, I'm just hoping everyone's excited for what I have next, to offer, and the next content I produce and everything.